Check out the whip, bro.
Yeah, this shit is lit.
man.
Holy
You know
smokes. Look at the inside.
Ready for that gym. Got my towel, got my protein shake.
Got the orange juice.
Yeah, orange juice interior, you know what I'm saying? Ambient lighting in here for 88, not the 58. And on top of that, the roof do come off, so it's a spider. So don't think it's just you know what I mean? We're gonna put an extra 75,000 for the roof to come off. Extra 100 for the 8 instead of a 5, you know what I'm saying? So you get that understood, brother. My prized possession, you know what I'm saying? The Rolls Royce Wraith, 24 4Gs. Rose gold, everything with the custom.
The wrap is beautiful.
The raws wrapping the land, you know.
Jeez.
Looking like, 4x4 square, brother. You know what I'm saying? They just say the G-Wagon that all the baby mamas want. No, this the G-Wagon that all the big daddies got. This the big stepper, that's what we call it. You know what I mean? Squashing you fuck niggas, man.
The feds walked through his door, slapped cuffs on his wrists, and took every single piece of jewelry he owned. Every chain, every watch, every custom pendant, every ring. Gone. Confiscated, seized, and now, after serving federal time and walking back out, Omi In A Hellcat has rebuilt a jewelry collection that experts estimate could be pushing $20 million. Let's break down every major piece. If you're not familiar with who Bill Omar Carrasquillo is, here's the short version. He built his entire brand on flexing: Hellcats, Lamborghinis, mansions, designer everything, and jewelry that looked like it belonged in a museum rather than around someone's neck. He was one of the first YouTube creators to put that kind of lifestyle on display in a raw, unfiltered way, and his audience responded massively. But here's where the story got complicated. According to federal investigators, a significant portion of the money funding that lifestyle came from an illegal IPTV operation, essentially a cable and streaming piracy service that the government alleged generated somewhere in the range of $50 million in illegal revenue. In 2021, the indictment came down: conspiracy to commit copyright infringement, money laundering, and when federal agents moved, they didn't just take his freedom. They seized the cars, the properties, and the entire jewelry collection. That's how federal forfeiture works. Everything allegedly purchased with illegal proceeds gets stripped. Those diamonds went straight into government possession to be held, auctioned, or applied against the financial penalties of the case. Omi pleaded guilty, served his time, kept his head down, and when he walked out, he came back with something to prove. Now let's talk about what he's built since. The watches are where serious collectors separate themselves from everyone else, and Omi's watch game since his release has been legitimately on another level. He's been spotted with multiple Patek Philippe references, including the Nautilus, arguably the most coveted watch on the planet right now. The Patek Nautilus retails for around $35,000 to $40,000, but sells on the secondary market for $150,000 to $200,000, sometimes significantly higher depending on the reference and condition. The most famous reference, the 5711, has sold at auction for over $400,000. When you add custom diamond settings on top of that, you move the number into a completely different tier. Beyond Patek, he's also rocking Audemars Piguet Royal Oak pieces, the Nautilus's main competitor in the sport luxury watch category. Diamond set Royal Oak configurations run $80,000 to well over $300,000 depending on the build. And then there's Richard Mille. If Patek is old money, Richard Mille is new money at its absolute peak. Entry-level Richard Milles start around $80,000. The more complicated configurations, with skeletonized dials, carbon composite cases, and tourbillon movements push to $500,000, $700,000 and beyond. Multiple Pateks, multiple APs, at least one or two Richard Milles, add it all up, and Omi's watch collection alone is conservatively sitting somewhere between $2 million and $4 million. The chain game is where things get truly staggering. Omi is known for rocking heavy, substantial chains, not the delicate stuff. We're talking pieces with real weight, pieces you can hear, pieces that catch light from across a room. His fully iced-out Cuban link is one of the most talked-about pieces in his collection. A Cuban link at this level, solid 18-karat gold with VVS diamond set links throughout, is conservatively valued at $200,000 to $400,000 for that single piece. The gold content alone on a heavyweight Cuban link before you add a single stone can run $50,000 to $150,000. When you start paving VVS diamonds into those links, the price multiplies fast. He also layers tennis chains on top of that. A tennis chain at Omi's level, with larger stones, higher clarity, and heavier gold settings than anything entry-level, can run $50,000 to $150,000 per piece. And he doesn't wear one at a time, he stacks multiple chains simultaneously, creating that visual effect where the ice becomes almost overwhelming to look at in the frame. His pendant game is equally serious. Custom pendants at the highest level are miniature sculptures made from gold and diamonds, conceptualized from scratch, sketched by designers, approved by the client, and built by master jewelers over weeks or months. Omi has his signature logo pendant that, by most estimates, based on visible diamond count and gold weight, sits between $150,000 and $400,000 on its own. He's also commissioned custom car-themed pendants, a miniature Dodge Challenger Hellcat in diamond form, which is exactly the kind of piece that tests a jeweler's craft at its absolute limit. Pieces like that, depending on complexity and stone count, range from $100,000 to well over $500,000. When you add the chains and pendants together, you're looking at another $2 million to $5 million on top of the watch collection. The wrist stack deserves its own conversation. Omi stacks diamond tennis bracelets, solid gold Cuban link bracelets, and custom-designed pieces simultaneously on the same arm. A tennis bracelet at his level, carrying 10 to 30 carats of VVS or VS Clarity diamonds in 18-karat gold, runs $50,000 to $250,000 on its own. Stack 2 or 3 of those together with a Cuban link bracelet and a Richard Mille on the same wrist, and you're looking at a wrist combination worth $500,000 or more, just one arm. His bracelet collection across multiple pieces sits conservatively at $500,000 to $1.5 million. The rings complete the picture. Omi wears multiple rings simultaneously, stacked on different fingers, sometimes 2 on the same finger. These aren't thin bands, they're chunky, heavy pieces with large center stones and surrounding pave diamonds. A custom diamond ring at this level, with a 3 to 5 carat center stone and surrounding stones in 18-karat gold, runs $30,000 to $150,000. Move that center stone to 10 carats with flawless clarity and you're potentially looking at $500,000 to $1 million on one finger. His ring collection across everything he's been seen wearing is conservatively valued at $500,000 to $1.5 million. Beyond the standard categories, Omi has invested heavily in truly one-of-a-kind custom pieces that exist nowhere else. The process for something like this involves CAD modeling, casting, hand-setting individual diamonds under magnification, multiple rounds of polishing and refinement, weeks of skilled work to produce a single piece. That labor alone adds 20 to 40% to the total cost beyond materials. These are the pieces that define a collection at this level and push it from impressive into something else entirely. When you add it all up, $2 million to $4 million in watches, $2 million to $5 million in chains and pendants, $500,000 to $1.5 million in bracelets, $500,000 to $1.5 million in rings, plus custom signature pieces worth another $1 million to $2 million at minimum, and then factor in pieces he hasn't publicly shown yet, the $20 million estimate that circulates around his collection starts to make complete sense. Depending on how aggressively he continues to acquire, and depending on how the secondary market on his Patek Philippe pieces moves, that number could grow. To put $20 million in jewelry in some kind of context, the median American household earns around $75,000 a year. At that rate, it would take roughly 266 years to earn what Omi currently has wrapped around his neck and wrists. The community reaction to all of this has been split, and that's fair. One side sees a story of genuine resilience. He went through a serious federal case, lost everything, served his time, and came out rebuilding rather than retreating. There's a real narrative there that resonates, especially with people who've watched him document the process publicly. The other side raises equally fair questions about where the money is coming from. When someone with a federal financial crimes conviction comes out and starts acquiring millions in luxury goods, those questions are legitimate, and the internet hasn't been shy about raising them. What's undeniable, regardless of your position, is that the collection is real. Those stones are real. The watches are authenticated. The craftsmanship is verified. Whatever you think about anything else surrounding his story, the ice exists and the scale is staggering. In hip-hop and creator culture, jewelry has always been more than decoration. It's a language spoken in diamonds and gold. For someone whose entire brand was built on showing people a lifestyle most could only dream about, this collection is both the content and the message. He's back, and he made sure everyone knows it. Drop a comment. Are you inspired by the comeback or skeptical about where the money's coming from? Both are valid. Let me know where you land.